up, everyone? Here are my sleepers for the 2021 season, and you don't want to be caught napping on these sleepers, who will have some great value. Now, these guys are all sleeper picks, meaning that you don't want to get these guys any higher than their ADP. So you shouldn't reach 3 rounds early to get the player, because then that player loses their value. But why should you follow my advice? Well, let's just say I would have helped you win your league with this little gem.
The next sleeper is my favorite sleeper. It's Patrick Mahomes. He is, I really don't understand why the fantasy community hasn't caught on to this at all. There's always a new quarterback that can run, that comes in the league, and then no one ever believes in them. He has so many good offensive weapons. Think about it. He's replacing a top 5 fantasy quarterback from last year, but he has better legs and a bigger arm with another wide receiver weapon with Sammy Watkins.
I'll leave some links down below for the other sleeper picks I had over the past few years, but let's go ahead and get into the list. Russell Gage. He was in the top 25 wideouts for targets with 109 in 2020. And do you know who had less than 109 targets last year? Mike Evans, Chase Claypool, Adam Thielen, T. Higgins. The biggest issue with those guys is that they're going to cost you a much higher draft pick. Russell is going to be one of the best value sleepers this year in fantasy football, with him being the number 2 wide receiver for the Falcons this year. Antonio Brown. He was a wide receiver 3 or better in at least 60% of his games last year. In a week 17 game where Mike Evans was out, AB got 37% of the market share, which put him at the number 3 wide receiver of the week. So if Mike Evans or Chris Godwin goes down, he could easily be a top tier guy. Not to mention he has a great quarterback and a great offensive system. Mike Williams has been moved to the X slot during this offseason, meaning his targets might increase, and he has a top 10 fantasy quarterback. But this guy has not had a good track record for the past 2 years, with him being hurt. If he stays healthy until the season starts, I think you could get a top 25 wide receiver just like you did back in 2018. Damian Harris averaged 5 yards a carry last year, and he did have 5 weeks where he was the top 25 running back, with his best week being the running back 9 on the week. The Patriots are going to be a much better team this year, with a lot of players coming back from sitting out from COVID. Not to mention, he is one of the few late round running backs I'm willing to take this year. Robbie Anderson. I don't know why the fantasy community hates this guy. He was a top 10 wide receiver in targets in 2020, and he had more yards after catch than the number 1 wide receiver last year, Stephon Diggs, with 30 less catches. DJ Moore is going to prevent Anderson from getting double teamed, and DJ Moore is going 3 rounds higher than Robbie Anderson. So right now, that makes Robbie Anderson a great value for you. Trey Lance. Wait, do you guys hear that? That's right, it's the hype train coming for Trey Lance. This guy has been running reps with the first team offense and has been dropping straight dimes at practice. The 49ers didn't give up 3 first-round draft picks to have a player sit when they are healthy and ready to win now. If he does get the starting role, we could easily see a top 10 quarterback finish in the second half of the season. Adam Troutman. Now, this is by far my deepest sleeper for this year, but the Saints will not have Michael Thomas on the field, so there will be plenty of targets to go around. And Troutman didn't have a ton of work last year, but he did catch 15 of his 16 catches, so you can say he has good hands. And Jared Cook is gone from last year. And the Saints historically have always liked passing to the tight end in the red zone. I think you're going to see a great sleeper pick with this tight end. Which players do you think will be great sleeper picks? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys in the next huddle. Ready, break!